Hi guys, this is Gaurav. Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to talk about the travel ban which Trump administration has kept with today. So now Trump has signed the executive order that has banned work visa holders entry starting 12 a.m. Eastern Time, June 24, 2020 till December 31st, 2020. So now what does it mean? Now it means that H1B visa, H2B visa, J1 and L visa workers cannot enter the United States until December 31st, 2020. Now, if you have a valid stamp visa in your passport, you can still enter the United States. This article which I'm going to talk about and the points which I'm going to talk about is going to talk about two main important things. The first one would be travel ban points and the other thing would be exceptions. So if you want to know what are those, please keep on watching. Now, as you can see on your screen, the travel ban points, the application and the Trump's order, what it is and what it means to you. Now, first point is visa not stamp, and which are H1B, L1, H2B and J1 visas. They are banned to enter United States till December 31st, 2020, who are currently outside US and whose visa are not stamped. The visa who are not stamped for H4, L2 and J2, they are also, even if the visa application will not be approved, even if the US embassy reopens, till the entry ban is active. So you need to keep those points, and it does not apply to any of the student visa or anything like that. It's just for H4, L2, J2, L1, H2B and J1 visas. Now the next is visa stamped who are currently outside the United States. You can enter United States with a valid stamp visa, so it's not a problem. If you have a valid stamp visa, you can still enter the United States. And for H4, L2 and J2, as you can see, traveling outside the US, you can return if you have a valid stamp visa. So from here we can see that the travel ban points only apply to those visas who are not stamped by the US government. And now the H1B lottery system. The next point is H1B lottery system, like who are transferring from OPT F1 to H1B and other cases in 2020 to 2021 session starting October 1st, and who are currently outside US. You cannot enter the US until the ban is active. So if you went there for your H1B visa stamp and you did not get your stamp on your H1B visa, then you won't be able to enter United States until December 31st, 2020. A visa stamp may not be issued even if the US embassy reopens. So that's a back step which you can see here. And if you are currently inside the United States, not affected if you filed a change of status. So it won't be affected if you are already in a change of status. And if you have applied in consular processing, then you are out of luck. If it's still an application process, then you might not be able to get it approved and it might cause problem. Now for the H1B extension, transfer, amendment and change of status, if you are currently inside the United States, then you are safe. Then as the law says, the people currently inside the United States, it does not apply to them, and USCIS will approve extension, transfer, amendment or COS approvals as usual. And if you are currently outside the United States, then you can file for extension, transfer, amendment petition with USCIS, but it may not get the visa approval from US embassy till the travel ban is lifted. So it's all if you are outside the United States, and if you have not got any kind of stamp on your visa, then it might cause a problem for you. Now, as you can see, for the green card pending, who are outside the United States, green card may not be approved until the order says active. So it's all if you are outside the United States. Now, the idea of all this banning things is just to stop the entry of the new April 2020 lottery selected workforce who is scheduled to start work from October 1, 2020. In addition, there will be a limit on the third-party IT companies who are also hiring. So people working in TCS, HCL, Infosys, and similar companies should be ready to face all these changes. And this is just an idea, because since the travel is banned and if you have not stamped on your visa, then it might be affecting you. Second point is exceptions. Now, what are the exceptions? That existing stamped H1B J1 L1 visa holders are allowed to enter the US. Dependent visa holders like H4 L2 are allowed to travel if their primary spouse is already in the United States. Interestingly, H4 EAD and L2 EADs are not affected at all, and also nothing is affected to F1 visas or anything. And H1B extension, transfer, amendment, and change of status for people who are already in the United States will not be affected. And jobs in food production using H2B visas and supply chains would not be affected. Healthcare professionals would not be affected. So in conclusion, guys, I can say that executive order, what applies and what not. So who are allowed and who does not impact is the change of status, H1B visa transfer, extension, amendments, new H1B lottery system processing F1 to H1B, EB green card process, travel to United States with existing visa stamp, OPT and STEM OPT applications, F1 and F2 visa stamping, those all visa stampings would not be affected. And what is affecting and what is not allowed is the new visa stamping, which is J1, J2, L1, L2, and H1B, who are not already stamped. The visas are not stamped, they might be affected and they cannot be approved till December 31st, 2020. H1B stamping via consular processing would not be allowed, and H1B and H4 renewal stamping would not be allowed. So if you're in your country and you have gone for stamping and you have not stamped yet, it will be a difficult process and you won't be able to get stamp or approval from USCIS, and you won't be able to come and enter United States before December 31st, 2020. And the green card visa interviews who are outside United States will be affected too. So these were the points, and there is nothing, no orders against the student visas or H1B visas who are currently right now in the United States. So that was like a quick update, which today's Trump signed for the executive ban, and it was just a quick update that it's not valid for any student visa or H1B visas who are currently in the United States. So that's about it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.